I've been trying to come up with a new opening. This is what I got. Welcome back, everyone. It is Monday. This is the Microdose. Thank you very much, as always, for spending just a little bit of your Monday with me. So when I first started doing these videos, there were a couple of things that I knew were going to happen. One, there was going to have to be consistency, and in the very beginning, I wasn't always very consistent. And I knew it was going to take some time to become comfortable with putting myself out there. And that's mostly happened. What I began to realize was that these videos were going to have to not only be interesting and informative, they were going to have to be, entertaining to look at. And over the last, handful of weeks, that's exactly what I've tried to do. I've tried to make the videos more interesting. And it's not that I've scratched the surface, I've just begun to touch the surface of what it takes to create and edit videos that are interesting to watch. The disc trucker video is a great example. I spent a lot of time working on that video. If I were a fully formed YouTuber, this is the point where I would say, if you haven't seen that video, pause now and click here. Or is it here? I'm not quite sure. And go watch that video and then come back and watch this. Well, I don't know how to do that yet. I can probably stick it at the end. I think I can do that. But those are the things that I've been working on, and hopefully in the coming weeks and months, I will continue to progress as a cinematographer, and the videos will become more interesting to watch and hopefully more enjoyable for you. The thing that I didn't count on is what I will call the ask. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, 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 subscribe. It's like a tick. Everybody does it. And with good reason. The more likes, the more comments, the more subscriptions, those all get fed into the almighty algorithm. And then said algorithm says, well, people are really enjoying this. We'll show it to more people, which is what you want ultimately. But it gets to feeling a little gross, if I'm honest, for me. Now, I'm not going to stop doing it. I'm not mad or crazy. But just know that sometimes it makes me feel a little gross. How are we feeling about e-bikes? More specifically, how are we feeling about this? How about this? My thought process on e-bikes has run the gamut. And, I think the initial pushback was that for a lot of us, riding a bicycle has some magical, spiritual meaning, and anything that takes away from that, finger quotes, takes away from that, is somehow not valid. Now, that bike is from a company called Super 73. And this is not the first time I've seen this. And I remember the first time I saw it, I had a near visceral reaction. That's not a bike. Valid argument. I mean, it's not a bike, but it's also not a bike. And I think if we get past this idea of that the bicycle always represents some sort of physical output, some sort of test, some sort of challenge. You know, I commuted 20 miles and I did it on a bike. I mean, that's great. And there's definitely a time and a place for that. I ran back into the Super 73 going back through a lot of Casey Neistat's old videos and also Peter McKinnon's videos. Again, in my quest to become a better YouTuber. And there were a couple of years there when Casey was still living in New York where he was zipping around town on this Super 73. It wasn't about exercise for him. The guy exercises plenty. It was an alternate means of transportation. And I think that's where my thinking is now. We may ride a bicycle in part for transportation and also in part for exercise to, you know, increase our level of fitness, quality of life, all of that stuff. But 99% of the people out there ride a bike for fun. Or, in Casey's case, as an alternate means of transportation. So under those circumstances, the Super 73 is a bike. There are, of course, concerns. And that is, you know, public greenways, multi-use paths, things like that. And the concern is going to be people riding 25 miles an hour down a multi-use path. Well, I got news for you. There's guys and gals out there head to toe in Lycra that are doing that now on bicycles. Now, two wrongs don't make a right. And, you know, states and cities and municipalities are going to have to suss all this out and figure it out. But do you think something like that Super 73, an electric moped, look, the 13-year-old in me loves this. Growing up in the 70s, all you wanted was a mini bike. And that thing looks like a mini bike. It's awesome. Does it have a place? I kind of think it does. What do you think? So the weather is definitely turned. And it's not going to be too much longer when here in central Indiana, you know, it's going to be dark at damn near 4:30. I don't like it. I don't know anybody that does. So my question to you this week is, do you have an off season? I do. And if so, what does that look like for you? Are you like me? Pizzas and margaritas, you know, from October through April? What does your off season look like if you have one? And if you don't, that's cool too. Leave the comments down below. I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. If you've hit that notification bell and you're watching this on Monday morning, thank you. I hope you have a great day. Until next time, be nice, work hard, ride bikes, play music when you can. I'll talk to you soon.